Namaskar dear students. Through this presentation we aim to learn about the physical and chemical properties of acids and bases. Also we shall learn about a few important chemical compounds, their preparation, properties and uses. On the basis of their origin, the chemical substances may be broadly classified into organic and inorganic substances. Organic substances are those substances which are obtained from plants and animals. Inorganic substances are obtained from minerals and rocks. Inorganic compounds may be further grouped as acids, bases and salts. Let us learn a few more things about these. The term acid is derived from a Latin word acidus or acer, which means sour. An acid is a substance that renders ionizable hydronium ion in its aqueous solution. It turns blue litmus to red. Based on their occurrence, the acids are divided as natural and synthetic. Natural acids are, as the name suggests, are obtained from natural sources such as fruits and animal products. A few examples are lactic acid, citric acid and tartaric acid. Mineral acids are acids prepared from minerals. For example, HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, H2SO4, sulfuric acid and HNO3, nitric acid. A base is a substance that renders hydroxide ions in their aqueous solution. The most common characteristic is their bitter taste and a soapy feel. Bases turn red litmus to blue. Now we know that acids taste sour and bases taste bitter, but tasting chemical substances can be dangerous and therefore it is not advisable. So the question is, how can we identify acidic and basic nature of a chemical substance? For this we use indicators. Indicators are those chemical substances which behave differently in acidic and basic medium. Acid base indicators indicate the presence of an acid or a base by change in color or smell. Indicators can be natural or synthetic. Natural indicators are litmus, turmeric, China rose, red cabbage, beetroot. Synthetic indicators mainly used are phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Litmus is the most commonly used indicator. It is derived from lichens. It gives red color in acidic medium and blue color in basic medium. Phenolphthalein and methyl orange are two most commonly used synthetic indicators. Phenolphthalein, which is colorless, remains colorless in acidic medium but turns pink in the basic medium. Methyl orange, orange in color, turns red in acidic medium and turns yellow in basic medium. Vanilla and onion are olfactory indicators. Both of them tend to lose their smell in the basic medium. Now let us learn a few more physical and chemical properties of acids and bases. Let us now quickly recapitulate what we have already learned. Acids are sour in taste, produce hydrogen ions in water and turn blue litmus to red. Bases are bitter in taste, produce hydroxide ions in water and turn red litmus to blue. Other properties of acids include they act as electrolytes in solution, they react with several metals and release hydrogen gas. They also react with metal carbonates and bicarbonates to release carbon dioxide. The acids are corrosive in nature and they may corrode the body tissues as well as the metal surfaces. Chemical properties of acids. First and foremost, reaction with the metal. All the acids react with active metals to give hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas thus released is tested by bringing a burning candle near the mouth of the test tube where it produces a pop sound. Acids react with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates to release carbon dioxide gas. Acids and bases react together to form salt and water, and this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. It is an exothermic reaction. Metal oxides are basic in nature, so acids react with metal oxides to produce salt and water. It is a reaction similar to the reaction with a base. Mixing of an acid with water is called dilution. When we dilute an acid, the concentration of H ions per unit volume in the solution decreases. In other words, the solution becomes less acidic. As already known, bases produce hydroxide ions in water, and water soluble bases are called alkalis. Bases have a slippery or soapy feel and they dissolve fatty materials. Just like the acids, certain strong bases like sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide react with active metals like zinc and aluminum to liberate hydrogen gas along with the formation of a salt. Non-metal oxides, being acidic in nature, react with bases to form salt and water. The reaction with acids is a neutralization reaction that results in the formation of a salt and water. It is an exothermic reaction as already discussed. The strength of an acid or a base depends on the number of hydronium ions or the hydroxide ion produced by them. The acids which dissociate completely in aqueous solutions are called strong acids, whereas the acids which do not dissociate completely are called weak acids. Similarly, the bases which dissociate completely in the aqueous solution to produce a large amount of hydroxide ions are called strong bases, and the bases which do not dissociate completely are called weak bases. Due to the production of these ions, both acids and bases conduct electricity. Here you can see the complete dissociation of hydrogen ions in case of strong acids and incomplete dissociation of hydrogen ions in case of weak acids. The acidity or basicity of a solution is expressed in terms of pH. pH is a scale for measuring the hydrogen ion concentration in a solution in moles per liter. The pH scale measures how acidic or basic a substance is. The pH scale ranges from 0 to 14. A pH less than 7 is acidic, a pH of 7 is neutral, and more than 7 is basic. Universal indicator, which is a mixture of several indicators, shows different colors at different pH values. Salt is formed as a result of neutralization reaction between acid and bases. It is constituted of a positive and negative charge, of which the positive charge normally comes from a metal. Both charges are equal and therefore the salts are normally electrically neutral. A salt may be acidic, basic or neutral depending on the acid or base from which it is formed. Acidic salts are formed by the reaction between a strong acid and a weak base. For example, ammonium chloride, which is formed by the reaction of hydrochloric acid and ammonium hydroxide. Basic salts are formed when a reaction takes place between a weak acid and a strong base. Example is sodium acetate, which is formed by the reaction of acetic acid and sodium hydroxide. Neutral salts are formed either by the combination of a very strong acid and a strong base, or a weak acid and a weak base. Here we have taken examples. Hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide result in the formation of sodium chloride, which is a neutral salt. Acetic acid, which is a weak acid, combines with the strong base sodium hydroxide to produce sodium acetate, which is basic in nature. Acetic acid combines with a weak base ammonium hydroxide to form a neutral salt, ammonium acetate. Here are some important compounds. Firstly, bleaching powder, which is calcium oxychloride. It is used in bleaching industry for bleaching fabrics and newspaper. Also, it is used as an oxidizing agent for disinfecting water and in the manufacture of chloroform. Baking soda, that is sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate, is used as an antacid. It is an active ingredient of baking powder which is used in baking industries. Baking soda, on combination with the mild acid and heating, produces carbon dioxide gas, which makes the cakes and pastries soft and spongy. Washing soda, that is sodium carbonate tetrahydrate, that means it contains 10 molecules of water in it, is used for removing the permanent hardness of water. It is also used in the manufacture of borax. Plaster of Paris, or POP as it is commonly called, that is calcium sulphate hemihydrate, is used for plastering fractured bones. It is also used in making decorative statues and toys. Here are the methods of preparation. Firstly, bleaching powder. The chlorine gas produced as a byproduct during the manufacture of caustic soda is used for the manufacture of bleaching powder. It is produced by the action of chlorine gas on dry slaked lime. Baking soda is manufactured from sodium chloride as one of the raw materials. This method is known as Solvay's process or ammonia soda process. The method is based on the principle that if a solution of sodium chloride, which is called brine, saturated with ammonia is allowed to react with carbon dioxide, then sodium hydrogen carbonate and ammonium chloride are formed. Washing soda is also obtained from sodium chloride as one of the raw materials. The method for the manufacture of washing soda is again Solvay process or ammonia soda process. Here the method consists of 3 steps. Firstly, the manufacture of sodium hydrogen carbonate as already discussed. Then second is the thermal decomposition of sodium hydrogen carbonate to produce anhydrous sodium carbonate, carbon dioxide and water. In the third step, the anhydrous sodium carbonate obtained is dissolved in water and is then subjected to recrystallization. As you can see here, the sodium carbonate contains 10 molecules of water attached to it. So, this is known as water of crystallization. Plaster of Paris is manufactured by heating gypsum at a temperature of 100 degree Celsius. Water of crystallization is the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of a salt. Here are some examples. As you can see, we have already discussed one example previously, that was sodium carbonate decahydrate, also known as washing soda. Then copper sulphate, it has 5 molecules of water, which is known as blue vitriol. Then sodium sulphate, 10 molecules of water. Gypsum we have already discussed, it contains 2 molecules of water. And zinc sulphate, 7 molecules of water. Ferrous sulphate, 7 molecules of water. Hydrated salts are those salts which contain a fixed number of water molecules as a constituent. An anhydrous term is used to explain a substance that does not contain water as a constituent. When any hydrous molecule is heated, it releases water vapor, whereas there are no water vapor released upon heating of anhydrous substances. There are some links which you can use for further understanding of the topic. Thank you.